see the same once again. Right. Who knows?
What better way to replicate the intense scenarios we had at the end of the series these teams had respectively with pretty much everyone in the group, excluding Singapore. We're doing it again here in this tiebreaker. So it's a best of 3, like was already pointed out here. Yeah. So the stakes are high and the margin of error is quite slim. What we're seeing here as well, probably neither team go for the Bastion. I'd like to see it, but it's not really been a pick for either of these two, if I'm honest with you. We'll see, though. It actually has been a pick for France, though.
Okay.
We'll see if that comes out later on. But yeah, we almost saw the Torbjorn there. Not going to happen. Mickey, we already know enough to know he's a bit of a troll.
Yeah, well, NZNR was very good, remember, early on. We heard AlphaCast actually early on talking about Kurlos the Anna for Thailand, how good he was in their sleep darts, so giving obviously a Putu, who's been taking all the praises for Thailand, giving him the lease of life he has. Jamli, of course, been on the McCree predominantly, but this time around on the Tracer, gets in, gets himself the first chance of the kill. It's Lincoln that takes the Nopotu. The big damage dealer for Thailand is down, but NZNR strikes back.
Yeah, that's right. Megmau responding though onto KFC. When you see Lucio killing a Genji, that means that team is focusing that player. Otherwise, Lucio wouldn't be bothering to try and shoot him. So, nice work there. Good focus. Get rid of Oputo. He's the biggest threat on the side of Thailand. But this fight's been very back and forth. The point is open and it's free to be taken, but you can see this fight continues. Jamli is trying to neutralize NZNR there. He backs away and the Blizzard's down already.
Where did he pull that from? No, Park gets taken down around the side there. The pulse bomb gets tossed out, doesn't manage to find it. Mickey gets himself a kill. Potu's back.
Okay.
Jamli gets taken down. And China didn't cap out the point originally. Thailand are back in there. They're going to get the point first off. The Blizzard that early on? Are you kidding me, NZNR?
Okay, you know what that means though as well is that he's getting a lot of those right clicks from the endothermic blast. So the ice spikes, they are connecting because that's the best way to build up that ultimate percentage there as well. There's the wall coming up there and China are going to be blocked. No more egress to that side of the map for now. And you can see they're deliberatingly. You can see through the wireframe, they're figuring out where do we go, how do we get information, and how do we make an informed decision on the basis of that.
And look at the ultis starting to stack out here. Dragon Blade ready to go. Graviton Surge about to tick in. Earth Shatter already on there. Sound Barriers just about to chime in. And of course the Nano Boost from Kurlos. Everything stacked and ready for Thailand. They're going to hold this one surely with ease. There's the Dragon Blade. Kurlos gets himself in. Aportu goes wild. The Graviton Surge. The only argument I would say is that Thailand perhaps used a little too much there from their ulti bank, but it is nonetheless an easy hold, and we're going to be ticking over the 50% mark already for Thailand.
Puto has come out of, well, obviously nowhere in this tournament because we didn't really know much about him beforehand, but he is busting heads right now. He got let off the chain there as well, and the fight was essentially already won, but Oputo was a big part of that. 5 kills in that fight, massive stuff. Thailand, massive boost of confidence for them, and of course Oputo.
Blizzard's going to be ready to go as soon as they push in. That's already a separated Pangu. He manages to get around the side. The rest of his team comes in, but an instant sleep dart goes on Megmau. Now he's got himself the Death Blossom ready to go, but it doesn't net any results. Kurlos gets in, the Blizzard comes down, and Thailand holds strong. 75% and counting, Midge. China haven't made a dent on Thailand yet.
And Mickey as well, he's doing an incredibly good job of not just keeping his team alive in these situations, but getting damage off the back. He's always charged up with that particle cannon, about 50% average energy, which is pretty darn nice, considering there's big stages of downtime between the pushes. Oputo going to go in yet again here, and he sees that Lincoln goes down to KO KFC first. There's the nano boost. Oputo doesn't quite have the Dragon Blade, but he'll get it now with the damage done. He's going to pull it out straight away.
And away he goes, starts chopping for the fences, taking down walls, taking down houses, taking down just about anything in his way, and China cannot even get themselves a mark on the board. Thailand take it 100-0.
Well, a turnaround if I've ever seen one. The dabs, of course, obligatory by this stage as Thailand, again, riding high off a bit of momentum here. The Chinese squad realized that while they sort of can lose one of these tiebreaker scenarios, that means they need to win the next one. You've got to win at least one, and then hope that everyone else has done a bit of scissors, paper, rock action between them. That was pretty dominant. That makes a big statement. And Lee, this is a best of 3. If Thailand win this next stage, they've won this part of our tiebreaker round robin.
And a 2-0 would be massive. Obviously, that would give China a real problem. They'd have to go then and 2-0 France, and France would have to 2-0 Thailand, right. And we could be back in the merry-go-round all over again. Let's see how it works out. The initial exchange was very close, almost went China's way, remember, and Thailand kind of got themselves back in now. Potu got the respawn, got back in, got the damage down. Keep your focus on this man. He is a big damage dealer with the help and support of his team.
Absolutely, I'm glad you put that in there as well, because we're talking about Azaya, we're talking about the mate as well. NZNR has been an epic Pangu going to go for the charge in there, but it doesn't really net any results. Mickey just shields up and then turns the damage twofold back towards him. Another one coming from the Zarya player here for Thailand, and China looking in utter disarray here, Lee.
Yeah, the focus targets from Thailand have been fantastic. You said it earlier on, when you see a support get himself a kill, you know that everybody is hitting that mark. Yeah, indeed. And Apotu gets in, Lincoln gets taken down. Kurlos was the only man to fall for Thailand, and they take that point once again.
Yeah, of course, Opito, you're definitely worth mentioning. 22 eliminations, 1 death in that last map. Mickey didn't even die, Lee. He was 19-0. Now China need to really put their nose to the grind so that'll make something happen here. But there's going to be a Dragon Blade, an Earth Shadow, and a Blizzard around the corner. How do you fight this?
Apotu's got the Dragon Blade. Does he even need it? That's the question. He finally pulls it out and goes looking for that tank. He can't manage to get the tank down. Pangu manages to hold strong for a while, and that keeps him a little out of the fight. And the problem is, the rest of his team, while he was off the point, have been cleared out. And China, at last, get themselves a marker on the board.
Yeah, not only did Pango actually get KFC, he also kept Opito out of the fight. And that will leave China, of course, with the man advantage over in the local area on that point to exacerbate that a little bit more and take control. Thailand didn't use all that many of those ults they had. In fact, they used 2, but they've got 3 more to go. They can keep this one rolling and try and wrest this back into their control before China can establish and build up that ultimate bank that can be so scary in these situations.
Mickey, his first death there, I believe.
Yeah.
Hey Mickey, you're so fine, I believe is the way the song goes, but finally he has been dealt with. Naiba got himself the ulti, but that Earthshatter's going to get blocked out there. The shield comes in, Kurlos gets himself down on there. Pangu finally gets a strike in there, but KFC responds is Meng Mao, I'll get his name right eventually, will pick himself up the triple, and he absolutely deserves to be called correctly when he gets that much damage down.
Reinhardt players remind me of that clip where you've got 2 guys that are playing speed chess, and then after they finish the game, they get up and put boxing gloves on and start belting each other in the head. Both Pangu and, of course, KFC shielded each other's Earth Shadows before that fight started. These guys are playing a mental and, I guess, technically a physical game when it comes to playing the Reinhardt. It's really good to watch, but China have control for now.
Second highest damage on the board now for Meng Mao, only behind Apotu, only just on the Genji, so that's how much damage he's dealing here. Mickey's got himself that Graviton Surge built up. The Earthshatter goes down, doesn't really catch a great deal. The Graviton Surge goes out, but you can see, look at the hitboxes. It's Thailand that are decimated. They're the men that fall in, and Meng Mao comes back on through. The right click's working. YJP picks himself up a couple of free kills with a Tesla cannon, and China holds strong. 83% and counted. Thailand have to win the next fight, or it's going to go 1-1.
Don't know how, just call Meng Mao. That's big from him. Actually, the last couple of fights, he was dominant in them. Honestly, 3 kills per fight over the 2 of them. We've lost Lee, guys. Yeah, he's in stitches, but he's the important fight. 95%. Thailand have to move, but they're being gravitoned in.
That's got to be it, surely. 98%, they've got to get on a point. It doesn't matter. Overtime ticking. Thailand are going to lose out on this map. It's 1-1. We're all square. China right back in it.
And that is just what they needed there as well. They probably had a feeling when the game started off that it was sort of getting away from them a little bit there, especially 100-0. You don't want to let it get to you, but it definitely does make a big statement. Now, Thailand have just been now given a pause for thought, a bit of caution here. It all comes down to this. I mean, how many times have we said that already today, Lee? These 2 teams are rising to the occasion, neck and neck.
Suddenly, the focus faces are on Thailand. They realize what is up for grabs. They realize the danger, the gravity of the situation. A place at BlizzCon, I think anything these teams would be looking for. Thailand, of course, coming into this on as a full organization. It would be a dream for those guys to reach there. And China, of course, carrying the weights and expectations back home in the motherland. And of course, China, it is a esports hub, a active hive. Here we go. Finally into Shrine.
Opito now switching over towards the Roadhog in this situation. Doesn't fancy Genji. This place is kind of roofed in. It's a little bit hard to get in and out safely. So now obviously he wants to try and shut down any flankers and just add some extra muscle to the fight there. You can see he's having concern for his supports there, but the shield comes up. Opito's forced away as the rest of his team are cut down rather quickly.
Jamli's change over to McCree has worked out well. We've seen him operating so successfully on this hero before. He is a very accurate McCree player. As I say that, he's not that accurate at the moment. That's mainly because he's just been using the right click there. We saw 57%. So not the greatest of start, greatest of stats, but doesn't matter when you're getting the kills.
I tell you, I'll take 57% any day of the week there. I think that's still pretty good here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's shields that you can shoot that still adds to your accuracy, so it's not always a very, I guess, intuitive line to rig it out. It doesn't always mean a whole lot, but let's see. Opito wants to go forward. Hook, don't really know where that was intended to go. It doesn't catch on, but now Opito wants to hook someone across the gap here from the point towards him. Now, we're going to see Thailand sort of try and move off of this one. They've got to go fairly soon, though. They're letting China build up. Mengmao off the edge. That's what Opito was looking for, the hook and the kill.
Yeah, manages to pull him down, but he's going to get knocked off with the primal range of YJP. He also takes Kurlos down as well. NZNR finally takes him down, but the damage has been done. Thailand are decimated. In goes Pangu with the nano boost running, and he just smashes down the rest of the team with that big hammer of his. 43% and counting. China are looking very good, and Thailand starting to get a little panic.
Yep, the momentum and the horse they rode in on now seem to be just a distant memory. Thailand, with nothing on this point so far, they need to retake. Now, Whole Hog is incredibly scary on this particular map. Sanctum has a lot of pits and pitfalls for the unwary as well. China will need to be prepared for this one. Have the shield will help, and if YJP can throw a bubble down, he can mitigate the knockback effects from the Whole Hog.
Mengmao has his Graviton Surge ready and waiting. You can see Thailand, they're grouping up on the left-hand side. Mengmao's in a perfect position to fire it off. He's the other side. He can just pop it down, slam dunk it effectively on them. There's going to be the left click coming down. Graviton Surge, it's on point. It doesn't manage to catch them out. He gets a little flick around the side there. NZNR getting taken down. China are going to wipe them on the point. It was all too easy when you have that Graviton Surge ready and waiting to go.
Yeah, smart work there as well. I think it was actually YJP just got behind the little pillar and avoided that last shot coming in there. Nicely done there from him, really, but now they're going to push through. They're going to make this one happen now. At 7% remaining, and China have control. It's going to be Thailand forced away in. It's going to be a nano boost used here as well. Opito needs to go forward now, make something happen. The Biotic Grenade going to make no healing possible, and now we're into overtime.
They're in trouble. They have to get onto the point. Kurlos manages to get YJP down, though, but Nightbar comes in. NZNR comes striking through. He gets himself a quick triple kill, and the point will indeed get flipped over to Thailand just in the nick of time.
Bleed, well, I guess the flow is at least stemmed at this stage. NZR going to be put to sleep, but just gets away with that one. Opito with 2 quick kills over the back of the fight there. Probably no chance, no point to go back towards the Roadhog here. That Dragon Blade, which is imminent, will be very important in a pinch. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's what Thailand are in right now.
Are we going to see Mickey switching over? I don't know if he's going to stick with his Diva. Of course, the self-destruct can be useful on that point. It does take a very long time still, of course. Opito just around the side. He's going to have Dragon Blade available. We know what he can do. We know how strong he can be. They're pushing in. Naibar's going to have himself the nano boost. It's going to go on to Pangu. I suspect you can see him on the front there. They've allowed them to take this. It's very risky from Thailand. They go for that retake chance. Dragon Blade gets pulled out, goes around the side, but he gets flashbanged up. Pangu's been knocked off the side. He takes that KO KFC, but Opito does manage to get the strike in. NZNR gets himself a quick double, and he saves his ulti charge as well. That's about to be ready for the next engagement, and Thailand holds strong.
Zalfik saved that fight for Thailand, 100%. Opito was flashed and in a bad place, and then the sound barrier came down from the Lucio, kept him alive long enough to get 3 kills, half of China, and that takes pretty much entirety of the momentum away from them there in that fight.
Pangu coming around the side. Now, Deadeye is available, and Kurlos is in a bit of a risky situation there because he's kind of in the open, so he needs to get himself back behind this shield. You can see, now China last time decided to group up and push in. They don't want to fall for it this time. Mickey's got himself desuited, so he needs to get back in the action. NZNR is ready with the Death Pulsum, so he needs to get around the side. You can see Kurlos looking to try and get something down, but Opoto's been taken down. That's the major damage dealer for Thailand.
Kurlos now trying to keep his team healthy. He needs to use that nano boost. Did it get to the right target? It did. NZNR manages to get 2 kills, but will it be enough? No! He's going for a long walk off a short ledge, and it's going to be China with control. YJP gets 2, and that's going to be them flipping the point back. They are going to take this map just in the nick of time, all the way to the wire. This time, no different. China will win the first of our tiebreaker round robin.
A great comeback from them after 100-0 on the first round. Dug deep, managed to get themselves back in there after a struggling time, no doubt about it. You could see the seriousness on their faces, but they will take the first tiebreaker 2-1. And it is a close run thing.
And they can breathe a sigh of relief now as Thailand will have to face the next stage of the gauntlet soon. But on that note, we're going to pass it over the desk to wrap that one up nice and quick.
These guys look fearsome right now. China is not ready to let go of this tournament.
It almost looked like they were after the first round there in Nepal. I mean, Thailand looked really good. Aputo was just tearing people apart. But what came back was John Lee on the McCree, and they knew they had to control the Genji somehow. Yesterday, when Apuda was finished playing, he said that some teams, when they played against France, he switched from the Roadhog to the Genji because people were focusing him down too easily on that Roadhog. And this time there was that solution. John Lee was the one who came up super huge in the last 2 points in order to help them take the team. And it helped with the McCree also, just being able to control the Genji with the flashbang.
Yeah, I did think that Thailand was going to win that after the first round. I put together a playlist here. You can see some replays of Apuda on his Genji, where he just looks spectacular. And I question, though,